What is up, everyone? Matt here for another Who Are They Real Review, and today I'm here to talk to you about the latest Marvel television series, Hawkeye. Um, I know Hawkeye is not as much of a loved character by others as he may be to me, but uh, this series, as much as it's about Jeremy Renner's Clint Barton, it is just as much, if not more, about Hailee Steinfeld's Kate Bishop. And I'm I've only got to see the first two episodes, so let me make that clear. This is a 2 episode premiere review. And I am absolutely loving what I've gotten so far. The dynamic between Clint and Kate is phenomenal. This is a Christmas story of some sorts, as much as some people may find that hard to believe. But it's totally fun while giving you that sense of adventure. Like, it's so far, at least in the first 2 episodes, it's a Marvel movie on a smaller scale. There's you get an idea of who your villain is. You have that same like action adventure, but it's just nice little contained air pockets. It's not like some whole citywide things so far. Granted, like I said, this is only the first 2 episodes, so bear in mind I'm talking from this point of view. So when we first meet Kate, we meet her at a young age. She's maybe like 10 or 11 years old. And what's going on at that time? The Battle of New York. And it's just really cool to see how a character like Clint was able to affect her as a person and who she wants to be in her life, and the way we see in that entire flashback scene. I don't want to get into, I don't want to spoil how, but it's explained early on why she has such an affinity for Hawkeye, and it's really cool. Clint, when we meet him, is at he's at a Broadway musical, Rogers the musical, and you can tell he is not enjoying himself, to the fact where he actually now has a hearing aid, and he turned it off during the show. His daughter tries to get his attention, and she's like, "Wait a minute, did you turn off your hearing aid?" And he turns on. He's like, "No, no, no. I'm gonna go step outside and get some air." So they go outside. His sons follow with him. None of them can take it, and they walk out of the show, go get dinner, all that fun stuff. At the same time, Kate is returning home from college, or not returning. She's visiting her mother and her new boyfriend, who's been around for a while. It's assumed, and they're getting ready to go to this gala event, and just it's Christmas time, so it's like a Christmas party gala event type deal they're going to. And while they're at the event, the boyfriend's uncle breaks the news to her that your mom and him got engaged. Wait, you didn't know that? I tried to stop it, but so Kate, who has never really been a fan of the boyfriend as it was, starts to follow him a little bit. And also, something that's key is the uncle of the boyfriend appears to have threatened Kate's mother. And they're together at this underground black market auction that happens to have the Ronin suit and sword up for sale. And this explosion happens, and she grabs the suit and puts it on to fight her way out of there. And the mother's boyfriend mysteriously grabs the sword. All right, that's kind of the setup for Kate and where we're going to in this story. Clint at dinner is talking to his family about what what they want to do in these last couple days leading up to Christmas, because he wants to give them the best Christmas ever. I believe it's their first Christmas since the blip. So, or since they returned from the blip. So he's like, all right, Barton Christmas, what do you want to do? And they all list these things they want to do. He's like, all right, we're going to do all of them over the next couple days. And then the report of the Ronin appearing on TV happens, and Clint's like, well, Daddy's got to take care of some business. So he's going to search for this suit and just try to finally put an end to this chapter of his life. Because as we know from Avengers Endgame, he had this major chapter of his life where he was killing mob bosses and criminals as the Ronin. So now that people think the Ronin has returned, he's afraid that it'll come back to him, and so on and so forth. Well, as you can see, this is where it's going. They cross paths. As we see in the trailer, she's awestruck. You're Clint Barton, this, that, and the other. And people, because they think the Ronin are back, are now all coming after the Ronin and follow them to her place, and so on and so forth. And that's kind of how our story unfolds. And it seems like his story as the Ronin is central to the entire plot of this film, or not film, the series. And that's kind of where we leave off. There's other details I'm not gonna get into them, but that's the basic gist of what we're getting right now between these episodes. There's a huge cliffhanger at the end of the second episode that I just want to say, keep an eye out for a newly announced character, or a character that was just recently announced to be getting their own show, and just setting up for more future of the Marvel Universe. Well, that being said, that was your little story recap. I really dug the hell out of this. Jeremy Renner does a fantastic job. This is the most, I feel like, outside of Endgame he's been given to use with Clint. So I'm very excited to see this continue. I'm very interested in his story, but I'm more so interested in Kate's, because Kate has this personality that is just something that is reminiscent of Clint in the first Avengers film. And even in Civil War, where he's got that smart aleckness to him. And it seems like she's the perfect person to take up the mantle of Hawkeye. And I know this is based on a comic run. I think it's the Matt Hazard comic run of Hawkeye. And I'm really interested and intrigued in reading that. But from what I've got and what I know, this is what I can tell you. Hawkeye is a fun time. It is a Christmas story, and I can't wait for you guys to enjoy that element of it. The whole cast and crew seems to be having a fun time. Are there cheesy moments? Yeah, but I think that's supposed to go with the Christmas story atmosphere of this. And I want you guys to enjoy the show, and remember that this is the new path forward for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But if I'm going to give this film a rating, I'm going to give it a 4. Or not film. I keep saying film because I'm so used to doing films. The series first episode. It's 4 out of 5. There's a lot going on. Maybe when I get to see get to see the show on a plus, my opinion will change, because us critics had our emails just huge across the entirety of the screen. Like, if I popped up and my email was right here, dead center, just from here to here, in the dead center of the picture, it would be annoying to you also. So, but I think part of the reason why is because it's an incomplete story, and it's kind of like, I give it a 4 because I'm enjoying it, but it's still an incomplete grade because I don't know where the story finishes up. So 4 for now. That can go up or down depending on how the series continues to go. But yeah, with that, signing off. I'm not signing off just yet, actually. we have a ton of things to plug. I have 3 other reviews to plug for you guys. Chief among those are new films and films you can enjoy this weekend. First off, one of the films, especially during this time of family films that you can enjoy, is Encanto, the new Disney film with music by Lin-Manuel Miranda. You can go see that in theaters now. Check out my full review for that. Uh, Also, if you want some more adult tones and flavor, you can check out my review for House of Gucci or my review for Licorice Pizza. I will be honest with you, I enjoyed one of those films way more than the other, and I guess that's for you to watch those reviews and find out. So, until then, I'm Matt. This was another Who Are They Real Review. Remember to like, subscribe, follow, and do all that fun stuff right here over at Watt Real Entertainment. We got a lot going on for you, and we'll see you next time.